Hello, everybody. Good evening. Everyone's excited. I could tell. You guys are pumped. Turn off the AC. Yeah, I'm excited too. Hex is doing things that it hasn't done in a long time, like going up 300, 400x. We are right around the corner from a 5x, folks. 8.9 cents is 5x from the bottom at 1.78 cents. Or, 1.78 cents. Congratulations to those of you who saw the opportunity and you got a 5x out of it. Or, 4.5. Crazy. In such a short time, too. Hex does things that we cannot expect. Dixon, Randy, when is Hex going to retrace to 0.047 cents? I don't know. I'm not a TA guy. TA is not my thing. I use indicators. Right now, the indicators are saying number go up. Wen Moon. 19 cents. That'll be very nice. ATX Crypto, if you guys watched my rooftop musing today, ATX said that early on his stream today that everything's pointing at 10 cents really soon. So I'm very happy with 10 cents. I was one of the people back in the day as a Hex OG. I said, look, if Hex stayed at 2.5 cents forever, I'd be very happy. And I know the new folks, they want higher prices. But I remember thinking, wow, 2.5 cents, that's life-changing for us. So that's what I was hoping we get to. Then we overshot that by quite a bit in 2021. So, and then I got a little bit rambunctious thinking that the price would do something really good in 2022. It did not. And that was due to the fact that Pulse Chain did not launch. I thought I was super optimistic. I made a video on the beach sometime in 2022, and I was saying that the Hex price could go to $1 combined price, P Hex, E Hex. But now I'm just going to fast forward that to maybe that'll be the end of this year. We'll have a combined value of $1. Or maybe that'll be the end of 2024, combined $1. Either way, cool. Sorry, guys. I had you take your apple cider vinegar, and some of it came back up and like burned my throat. So, ouch. Trying to get through it. Hey, Jeremy, watching you tonight from a certain crypto millionaire's house. Nice. Guys got me on the 80-inch screen. Hey, Sarah, good to see you. Old Drippy. 90-inch. I said 80-inch, but you went 90. Okay, I get you. You got to go about 11% bigger than what I said. You guys overcompensating? Hexakeen, hey Randy and gang, is the last day of a Hex stake the best time to mint Hedron so as to save on overall gas fees? Has nothing to do with the gas fees. The best time to mint your Hedron is when you can get it done the cheapest, frankly. I mean, if you had like 10 cents worth of Hedron on the last day, yeah, so you just sacrifice it to the Hedron gods, frankly. So I love my Hedron. I'm always minting my Hedron. Hey, Davo, looking around the corner, I can feel a V3 coming. Me too. Hex mining hodler. Me. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it was great. Markable did it, but I did get a copyright strike. Not a strike, but a warning. So hopefully he can fix that. Intro is epic on that thing, I bet. Oh yeah. Can't wait to hear and see it again. When full moon, sir? When full moon? No, we don't want full moons, Sandeep. You saw what the fuck full moon just did to the markets. We want new moons. New moon is positive for the crypto market. And right now we're in that let me pull it up. We're in that period of no man's land. So it can go either way, right? Moon phase, we are next new moon is 7.6 days, and it gets the most bullish about 5 days prior. So 5 days prior and 5 days after a new moon is the most bullish time of a monthly cycle. That's where we are right now. We're 60% moon. So the next full moon is 23 days away. Well, what's going to happen? I mean, I heard someone say that Pluto, we're going into, there's a lot of stuff that's happening. I'm not an astrologer guy, okay? But they said we're going to the age of Aquarius and washing out. Age of Aquarius is really tech friendly. So that could bode well for crypto. We'll see. That's not my stuff though. I like the numerology stuff a little bit better. Prompts, apocalyptic space kid feeling sad. Yeah, Wen Moon. It's because, listen, the whole world right now is in shambles. The financial markets are in shambles. The only safe havens are, what I've been telling you guys for months, is gold and silver and what's it called? And crypto. And crypto's been beaten down so much in the last 18 months that people are gun shy. And there's going to be a lot of people that miss out on the crypto markets because they're still scared that their money is going to disappear just like it did in 2022, right? The markets went down and they bled out. I do think we just had our suckers rally. The suckers rally went up, and then we had the collapse of Silvergate, SVB, and the other one. I can never remember the third one. But all three banks, and they tend to go in threes. One of my buddies reminded me of that today. Things tend to happen in threes. So 3 major banks went down. 2 of them were crypto related. The third one was tech related. So you could almost say that it almost crypto related too. So they're taking out our kneecaps, right, for the CFI system. So I think that it's going to be more and more difficult for you guys to offboard your money. That's what's going to happen. I hope not, but that's where it looks like it's going. So I might be seeing more of you guys down here in Panama. Bright Light says, I'm afraid we're already on the moon in my mind. Crypto Surfer 369, hit it early, Randy. Well, the clocks did not change for me, so it's still, I stream every night at 10 p.m. Right now, it just happens to be 10 p.m. Central. Hey, Randy, reporting for class. Thanks for all you do. You are welcome, TechSeconds. Hello, Sandy. Hilarski raid. Nice. Like those. DS raid. Oh, really? Discourse syndicates in the house? Beautiful. Face, fuchsia, tongue out. One revolution, sir? Well, it looks like there's a revolution happening all over the world. Did you guys see the Venezuelans trying to cross the bridge in El Paso, Texas? Oof. Yeah. You know where all those Venezuelans started their journeys? Well, besides Venezuela and Colombia, here in Panama. I probably gave a lot of those people money because they're on the streets begging for money nonstop. They're everywhere. Just a couple of years ago, prior to the lockdowns, you very rarely saw a homeless person in Panama. And if there was a homeless person, we knew them. Everybody knew the homeless people. You knew them by name. You know, it's kind of how it was when I grew up when I was a kid. And we had the guys that go around and collect cans and stuff like that. We all knew their names, and they were like part of the neighborhood. Well, right now I don't know these people. I'll go up to a stoplight, and there'll be 5 or 6 people trying to wash my windshield, asking for money, having signs up saying I'm Venezuelan, I'm trying to go north. Wow. U.S. policies, they'd have. If you guys don't think the policies that are voted on up there don't have an effect on us, they do down here. So, especially the first country in the journey. Where are we at? Functional crypto. Oh, that's nice. Rangers. Hey, Ted. 8 cent club. Yeah, 8 1/4 right now. Cool. Hey, Tin Top. Billy X. Functional crypto. Yes, please. Like, I was on Worst Damn, then live chat at DS, now right. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Scam face. It's amazing how much time we spend watching live streams. How different my life is compared to, say, 20 years ago when I'd come home and I watched something on TV, then I would go to bed. Now I spend, if I want entertainment, I watch you guys. I watch other Hexicans. It's much more, I don't know, constructive. Hey, Sandy. I just enjoy supporting everybody. Maddie, RD3, and Manarino, and now Randy. Oh, Manarino. There's a guy that I've been watching for years. Silver and Gold. He's one of my doomsayers. You know, the guys that think that the world's going to end all the time. The markets. He's one of those guys. Should I list all my creative curses for Randy to read out loud? No curses, please. No curses. I don't need none of that shit. I must have been in 10 streams today. What, Sandy? You're everywhere. Pace yourself for the bull. Yeah, exactly. Hey, TDM10. Mudhog, I know, right? I'm falling behind. Yes, he did. He did good. Who is Wen? Wen is all of us, Gandalf. That's all of us. We all want the moon to happen. Some of us more than others. I'm happy where I am financially, but I understand there's a lot of people in our community that are not, that they came to the party later. And that's why I'm here, spreading the good word. And a lot of the other Hex streamers are doing it as well. You know, Maddie and myself and Motley and Cabana, excuse me, RG3, we don't need to be here. We just still do it because we love it. And we want to see Hex go to multiple dollars. I can't wait. That's going to be, if that was life changing, if that's life changing for me, and that's seriously life changing, then for you guys, it'll be, everybody in here should be super, super excited about the future. It's lobster time, Randy. I got a thing for crustaceans, man. That crab that bit my toe or snapped on my toe. Lost child, the beard, yep. Yeah, thank you, Lazy Hexagon. Thank you. Yeah, he did a great job. Great evening, family. 777. We're skipping the moon, heading straight to Saturn. When pulse change, sir? Jeez, tin top. I don't know. Testnet V3, 1 week. Let's say it. Okay, so by next Saturday, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, we'll have it. And what else are we going to have with that? We're also going to have maybe 12-cent hex. I'll take that. Crypto Compassion, good to see you, sir. And if anybody wants one of those intros or they want a video done by the beard, just let me know. I'll put you in contact with him. He's always looking for work. So that's what he does. He does editing of videos and things like that. He needs a little time-lapse canal through the cityscape. Okay, cool. And then up on the screen, we got Hex, $20. Who is when? Clint Jones, good to see you. Glad you're here. Andale, riba. Hex Pimp. That's very Mexican, by the way. They don't say that here. Here they just say, vámonos. Jerome Powell has the CPI numbers in his hands right now. Ooh, yeah. Look, guys, we got banks on the edge. What we just had with all these three banks going under is about $316 billion just vaporized. Gone. $316 billion. We had 307, I think it was 373 in 2008. So this financial crisis that we've had over the last week and a half, 2 weeks, is almost equal to what we had in 2008. That's crazy. But it almost feels like the rest of the world isn't paying attention to it. They're not talking about it on the news here in Panama. But the 2008 crisis, everyone in the world was talking about it because it was affecting pension funds and all kinds of other stuff, because it was involved with real estate and so many other aspects of the world economy. This time, what's happening right now is only really affecting the tech world, and at that, US tech. Now, I heard today that Credit Suisse has a lot of exposure and Credit Suisse could have some issues. So if that happens, then yeah, that could cause more contagion and things can go bad. But remember, Credit Suisse almost went under in 2008 too. Just, I am a free market capitalist. I believe that if a bank can't handle it, let them go under. Just let them get nuked. Don't save the bank. Let them be auctioned off at the lowest price for another bank to buy them up if they can't handle their deposits the way they're supposed to. Let it burn. You guys remember that scene from Fight Club at the end where all the banks are collapsing and everyone gets a new credit? They're starting from scratch. Yeah, Randy likes that. Little Marion. You believe in yourself? Salter, thank you. Larsky sign on Broadway in the intro. Stranger Things about to start. Hex Pimp, down damn straight. It's going to be a weird spring. Franklin. UFO to go. Yeah, I had a great day today. Actually, I struggled because I'm trying to build my website for no permissions. Oh, man. Oh, God. If anybody's good at building not just WordPress, but WooCommerce websites, please reach out. And you're not going to charge me an arm and a leg to do it, reach out. Because I'll put everything in, I'll write everything down or put it all in a page so it's just copy and paste. Man, dude. Oh, what a headache. I haven't built a website in over a decade, and I'm not enjoying it. Pesano, Pepe. It's the music more than the graphics for me, Salter. But that's why I got a copyright issue right now. I'll see afterwards whether I got a copyright problem right now for this one too. Charles Dietrich. Good evening, Randy. Great days of Greens baby. Greens baby. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, make sure you guys mention Markable. He did tweet it out last night saying that he did it. So if you want to go and say thank you, Markable, he did a great job. Print pickles, motherfuckers. Hostile, you drunk? Hex Mao. Marion. Get them likes up, Hex Go. Yes, please. Let it go, diet. Just let it go. Look, guys, the views are going up. Each video is pushing between 1,800 and 2,200 total views. So that's, come on, that's amazing. And YouTube sent me, let me see if I can pull it up, because I have YouTube Studio on my phone. They tell you how much the views are coming from search, which is quite interesting. Viewers watched you 52% more often from recommendations on YouTube. So that means my views are now coming not just from our community, but from people who do searches, and they're finding me via the search bar, which is amazing. Viewers watched you 100% more often than usual from YouTube search results. Okay. If you guys create content, this is the kind of stuff that you got to read into. So how I translate that. So I started making these cover images using Midjourney. And ever since I did that, my views have gone like up and to the right. I stopped making them myself. I still make them myself, but I stopped using my own pitiful art. I know some of you guys like my pitiful art, but it didn't get views. So now these new images are bringing in new eyeballs. And I think that's really cool. And YouTube apparently really likes it because they're displaying me in the search results. So if you guys are content creators, it seems like the YouTube algorithm is really liking these AI generated images. I want to live stream Kama on the group of guys who said they would not move until Hex breached the floor of a penny. This is not going there. Maybe after Pulse Chain launch, we could have a dip, but that's even a stretch. Hey, Ben. Good to see you, sir. And if PLX says 500X, I'm buying you farmland. Sorry. Oh, yeah. I just met with my buddy. He's also a Hexkin and Pulse Chain Sacrificer. Met with him on Sunday, and we're drawing up plans. He says that he has a total amount of about 700 hectares, so about 800 acres worth of land that is for sale that he could take or he could purchase that we could turn into like a community of people that have between 5 and 10 hectares each. So I'll translate that to English, like 10 to 15 acres. So that's enough to get yourself your little milk cow, get yourself a horse, a couple donkeys, have some chickens running around. That's the kind of idea that I'm throwing around that I would like to do. And thinking about doing a package where you get a house, you get the land. I said, you can come up with this, great. Get your residency in Panama, get everything for one price. And he's a very smart man. He's been on that land farming it for over 20 years. So, and he's still younger than me. So I was blown away when he was telling me the numbers. It's like, this is just awesome. Randy, if I sacked 2K for Pulse Chain, can I become a millionaire? Yes. So, I mean, 1,000x would be 2 million, right? That's how it works, Harvey. How long can you hold, though? When it goes to 100 grand, are you going to be like getting that itchy finger where you need to sell? That's why Hex was so good, guys. This is why Hex was so amazing. You could take a small amount of money, stake it, and then during a bull cycle or something, you could sell it. I just said the example again to one of my Patreon guys earlier tonight. We had a call, and I said, remember, in 2019, I took $400 worth of Hex. That wasn't at the bottom. It was near the bottom, but it wasn't, right? $400, and I staked it for a couple of years, and I came out in September of 2021. That $400 turned into $151,000 after it cost me $600 to unstake it. I then paid cash for our truck, and then we went on a 3-month trip to Europe, and we had multiple months of expenses after that all was said and done. So you do the math on that, you can see how it can happen. I've heard people saying that they had $50 stakes, $100 stakes that they got at the bottom in about February that hit that 10,000x, and they were able to take out a couple $100,000 off a tiny little stake. So yes, it can happen, but it all depends on your ability to hold it. And I know Maddie has built an app to stake Pulse Chain where you can't take it out until a set date. Maybe that's what you're going to need, Andrew. Or not Andrew, but who was it, Harvey? Because it's very difficult to hold when you see those kind of gains, especially if you don't have that money in your pocket at the moment. Very difficult. But Hex made it easy for me, and I was able to do it. Yeah, that's what I said, Harvey, no doubt. We're moving. We're moving again. Yeah, looking good. All right, should we look at the charts? Yeah, let's look at the charts. All right, here's Hex. We'll start with Hex today. Monthly chart, still looking great. There's no better chart in crypto, in my opinion. Demand index over sentiment is still over 0. Look, oh my God. We actually have a green for greed right now. Look at that. Never. We haven't had that since 1st of October 2021. So it's been almost a year and a half since we've had a green candle. That's awesome. Way to go, Hex. Which one do we want to look at? Let's look at the weekly. Look at that. Stairs just going up. And the moving average is looking great. Demand index is looking great. The greed's looking good. And on the daily, look at that. Just rise. It's like an elevator going up. Everything looks good. Even the artificial intelligence, the BGMC indicator, I want to tell you guys what that is again, just because I just started using it. This indicator is based on the original Aurochs indicator, but has been optimized using machine learning. The strategy behind this indicator is similar to the default Aurochs indicator. Therefore, read the guides related to them and apply the same strategies. However, guides for this indicator will be released soon. This indicator is trained on a specific interval basis, meaning some intervals might be good, others might not be, depending on the pair you're using based on our tests. Intervals that are used often by everyday traders, such as 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, etc., are the most accurate. So the shorter terms are the best. Let's even go to a shorter term. Let's go to 1 hour. It still looks good right in the middle. And on the 1 hour, we have a buy. Man, look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's up 9.17% today. Seriously. Everything's looking good for Bitcoin. Nice, except for the demand index. It's still right on the line. It's neither bullish or bearish. Weekly. Look at that candle. We were down to 19.5. That's how low it went, approximately. And now we're all the way up to 24.3. Wow. So if someone using leverage like I used to do, they could have made a shit ton of money. Crap. That was amazing. What a move. Demand index, looking good. The thing is, to get in that play with all the banks going down, you would have had to have cojones of steel to make that play. And on the daily, look at that. Going up. Sentiment, positive. We have greed. Demand index, the BGMC AI is over the green. Everything's positive for Bitcoin at the moment. Ethereum, 3 months in, green. Demand index is over 0. We have greed, looking good. On the weekly, we still don't have a green Aurochs indicator yet on the weekly. It'll take a bit more to get there because the moving average is still, the green is under the red. The demand index is still under 0. So Ethereum just hasn't had quite the move that Bitcoin has over the last 24 hours. Sorry, you might hear my son cough. He got a cold. Let me see. We got nice on the daily. See, the daily one just popped in because the moving averages crossed over. But the demand index is still under 0. The BGMC is strong over the green. So everything looks great on the daily. It'll just take a couple days to catch up on the weekly. Look at even Hedron's moving. Hedron's up 4.26% today. The weekly looking good. Daily. All right. I think it was Harmonic Hexkin said today that in our Patreon group that the monthly, we have a whole year now, a whole year of information for Hedron. It's still a sell on the monthly, but I just don't think there's still enough information to make a call yet using the monthly indicator. It takes a good deal of information. And the problem is with these indicators, when you're using a coin that's on only websites like Uniswap, there's just not enough information for the indicators to make a good call. Now, Hex is over 3 years old. So that's why I trust it when I'm looking at the Aurochs indicator. I remember the guys telling me when I was doing it, when making charts for Hex back in the day, like, Randy, man, Hex is only a little over a year old and it only pretty much uses Uniswap. So it's not going to be very accurate. And they were right, but it's caught on. It's gotten more and more accurate as it's matured. More information, more accuracy. I feel like Icosa is forgotten, has a very low market cap at a $500,000 buy was sent it above $2. Yeah, Ivan, but I don't think it's been forgotten. People love Icosa, man. The more people you tell about something like that with the high APY, the more people come in and the APY starts going down. So maybe that's why they're being quiet about it. Problem solver? Yes, I got my dad hat on tonight. Beautiful. Smash the likes, yes please. No, nothing's financial advice. That was due to a lot of interest rate hikes. Are you feeling a little verklempt? Yeah, like freaking. I drank apple cider vinegar and then it came back up a little bit and it like burned my throat. So for the last hour and a half, I've been drinking lots of water, trying to, and some almond milk and stuff to hopefully get it to go away, and it's feeling better. When Pulse Chain launches, the party meetup party will be awesome or massive. Yeah. Hopefully we'll have a get together here. We'll have one in Panama too. I've already had a couple people that said they'll come down. Umberto. Maybe when I say a party here, maybe like 20, 30 folks, something small, really nice. Problem is being a millionaire is like being a thousandaire. Yeah, nowadays. But if you came to somewhere like Panama, a millionaire goes a lot further in Panama than it does somewhere else. I've told you guys many times, I can easily live off of $2,000 a month. Easily. It sounds like it's raining outside. I'm like, this is dry season. What's going on? It depends on where you live. If you live in New York City or you live in Seattle or San Francisco, then it's going to be expensive. You need more than a few million, right? But this bull cycle, our goal is to have the farm and buy a house. That's it. Leave everything in. Just keep riding. But once I have those things, then I can say, oh man, I could live off $1,000 a month because our rent is $950. So that's the goal. Yes, I do apple cider every day. I do lemon juice in the morning with the water and apple cider at night. Better than being $1. You got that right, Harvey. Oh God! But $1 million in crypto, a lot of projects will, like, say I don't like the stable coins. I'm not a stable coin fan, but I have friends that do this. They take their stables, they stake them, they earn between 6 and 15% APY. 6 to 15% APY and $1 million, guys. That's pretty damn good. That's between $60,000 and $150,000 a year. Most people can live off of that in about, I'd say, 90% of the world. 90-inch beats my 6-inch. Are you talking about your phone? That's funny. XDay 407. What's up? RH number 2. I call myself RH number 1 because I am older. Back streams tonight. Hexanair. Everyone's feeling really good. I can see when the view count goes up, you mean the price is up. When the view count is down, the price is down. PSI 931. Hello. By the way, awesome short reels you have been putting out. Good job, man. Thank you, Umberto. I appreciate that. Not apple cider advice. Yeah. Can I see the intro again? I missed it. Wakanda. You'll have to watch it again. NACA. What's that? No apple cider something. Hi, Sandra. Good to see you. I'm an Aquarius, ISB flow. It's going to be your year. The last full moon was called Binance accidentally liquidated all leveraged derivative positions of Australian users. What? What the hell? I don't like Binance. I never used them. I just use services like Simple Swap. And Simple Swap does the work on Binance for me, and I just get the coins on the other side. Muted trombone goes, we're poor. What the hell? Oh, Franklin. The persimmon seeds called for a real cold winter. Fake news. I don't even pay attention. It doesn't seem like the winter is very bad up north. Sandeep's he's infatuated with that stuff. Yeah, problem solver. Kinesis looks good. Great info on YouTube. If you guys are looking for a product where you get gold, you have a gold debit a card that you can use to sell gold and silver or use it to buy things, Kinesis has the best product, it looks like. I told you, you haven't heard me talking about load because when their gold peg dropped on Avalanche, I got fucking pissed. I was like, how are you going to let your peg drop? How is that possible? So I've been looking for another company that does the gold and silver thing, and Kinesis looks like the good one to do. So you can buy your gold and silver with crypto, and it's vaulted, and you just have a debit card that you can use. So when the price of gold and silver goes up, you have more value on your card. Cool. Simple as that. Yes, the best way to own gold and silver is have it in your hand. I understand that. This is the next best way. It's crazy the amount of banks that halted trading today. Lights out, I didn't even pay attention. I was too busy working on my website. I worked for hours on my website and I still don't have anything. But I wasn't paying attention to the markets. Binance futures are scam experts. Yes, they are. It's going to be a new moon, Pluto and the wild card Nibiru. If that Nibiru thing is true, that's going to be some aliens visiting us, our creators. What's up, Hex Philippines in the chat? What's up, Bro Trader? Hex to Mars. That's going out there. What's Pendle? Good morning, Randy. Hey, Hexagon lost in Asia. The moon is hollow. Could be. What if it's just digital art? What about Hex? Did we talk about Hex? It's up. I know it is. Crypto Jedi, yes. Oh man, I feel bad for my kid. He's been sick now for a couple days. Just keeps out, just coughing. So the best strategy is to do nothing and wait for the dips. Yes, I think that is the best strategy. Now, if you are in that comfortable position that you sacrifice for Pulse, you sacrifice for Pulse X, you have Hex, the best thing you could do is just do nothing. The next best thing would be to be a degen, and that's to do the trading back and forth. So I know people, they talk bad about ratio trading, but I'm telling you, if for some reason Pulse Chain, for every 10 Pulse Chain I can get 1 P-Hex, if that happens, I am getting rid of all my Pulse Chain and I'm putting it all in P-Hex, because I got into this game for Hex, not for Pulse Chain. So I'm willing to move all of my coins over to Pulse Hex. I know that sounds crazy, but Hex is my baby. I didn't get into this game for Pulse Chain. And Richard didn't either. He got into this game for Hex, and he built Pulse Chain to support Hex. Hex Luther, haven't seen you in a while. I forgot that we spring forward, so I was like, did Randy change his streaming time? No, I don't change my time. It's you crazy folks, Marion. Oh, Wakanda, I appreciate that. Should make a Hex flavored dip. It would be best seller. We don't vote on them. A circus does that. Is controlled by lobbyists, not the people. Oh, I know, Crypto Jedi. Absolutely. It messed up because sometimes I'd be thinking some of the homeless are faking it just to make money. I've seen that a couple times, sadly. Yeah. So I got a good story for that one. One of my exes back in the day, she told me a story about one of her aunts. She was from Trinidad, this girl. And her aunt, they lived in New York City. They're all from Newark, New York, or Newark, New Jersey. And she used to be dressed nice. This is her aunt. Dressed up nice, and she'd go into New York City each day. Then she'd go into the bathroom and change into her homeless clothes. And she would sit and collect money and did it as a job for years. And she told me that she would pull down more than a lot of bankers do. She was pulling in like 80, 90 grand a year. And this is a story that I heard probably 1990, 91, maybe 93, 94. So wow. I mean, people have been doing this stuff for years. They just pretend to be homeless and they're raking in the money. I don't think it's going to be as lucrative nowadays, but back then it was. Because people were naive. We didn't, how, the internet has opened our eyes to a lot of scams. But if you guys grew up in the 70s and 80s like I did, we didn't see that, we didn't recognize things as scams as easy. That's why pyramid schemes and stuff, they happened a lot back then because we just fell for it. We were dumb. Well, not that we were dumb, we just didn't know. No one told us. We had to wait for 60 minutes to tell us. Anybody remember 60 Minutes? I don't even know if it's still a show. Serious question. Did you see HEX USDC Uniswap liquidity 0.3% pair, massive change to 18 to 24 cent zones for price appreciation? Yes, I did, Crypto Jedi. Yes. So what he's saying is that the liquidity for HEX, the big chunk of liquidity has been moved up to that range of 18 to 24 cents. That's awesome. Let's get over you guys. We need a HEX solution. Well, we're getting it. Third stream today, 10 a.m. here in Thailand. Dang. You wake up, you roll over, and you're watching streams. I don't know what that means, but cool. Hi, Randy. Your surname sounds like you may have some Polish blood in your family. Yeah. Family name was Hilar. There's not a lot of Hilarskis in the world. It was Hilar, and from what I understand, after World War I, during the Weimar Republic, there wasn't any jobs in Germany. So my family, who spoke Polish and German, changed their name to Hilarski so that they can get work in Poland. That's how I understand it. So, and I was verified by, I was working at the hospital. I was a nurse, and the lady said to me one time, I came in, she saw my name tag. She goes, "Oh my God, Hilarski." She goes, "I haven't seen that name since I left southern Poland." She goes, "There's not many people with that last name, but there was a couple of Hilarskis in my town." I was like, interesting. That's so cool. Yeah, there's not many of us. In the U.S., we got a couple in Ohio and Western New York mostly. I need everyone to play the game, though. What's that, Franklin? Hexagon bifurcation from a broken world incoming. Well, I hope so, Thoughtchild. That is the goal. I was hoping that the world wasn't going to fall apart, and I was hoping that we were going to do well with everybody, but it's looking more and more like the DeFi world is going to do really well over the next couple of years, and it's going to take a while for the rest of the world to heal. And you know what's going to happen is that people, what I foresee possibly happening, I don't want to guarantee it, because then you guys will come back and scream at me in the future if it doesn't happen, is that what I would like to see is that DeFi does so well that Hex and Pulse Chain and Ethereum and apps and these dApps that are on Ethereum that are all about DeFi perform so well that the banking system looks irrelevant, and it just like a tsunami of people coming into DeFi. That would be just epic. That's what I hope to see. Hey, JB. The mythical Viking beard. Yes. He kind of went quiet. He hasn't been streaming much, but he's still around. Currently got two-way chats with him now. Nice. There you go. Go get it, Corey. So are you bearish? After what happened this week with the banks getting bailed out, this is just like 2008. There's going to be they're going to have to turn off the slowdown. They're going to turn the spigots back on. They might, I just don't know how they're going to do it. They keep saying that they want to raise interest rates to slow down the markets. Well, or slow down the inflation. Well, that's working, but not working as good as they wanted. What it did cause is that you got 3 banks going under now. So that can cause more contagion around the world. Inflation is getting rough with other countries too. The Canadian dollar you saw collapse against the USD. I don't know how bad the collapse was, but I heard that it got really bad. One of my friends who lives here, he gets his pension in Canadian dollars, and he said it's hurting right now. So it's going to cause some more problems. So they might have to stop raising rates and maybe even go the other way. Maybe they'll drop 1 point. Imagine if that happens. If inflation goes roaring back, man, oh man, Hex, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Pulse Chain, everything's going to go nuts. Boom goes the dynamite, sea of green, almighty Hex roar. I like that life changer. Wen Moon. The change of RH marketing, I start to think this highest of stake documentary might not be so great anyway, since it's about flashing expensive stuff. Hex Thailand, you're right. Maybe the highest of stake documentary isn't being sold now. Maybe it'll only be sold privately. Maybe it was a flop. How does that money just vaporize? It must have gone somewhere, right? Yeah, it went somewhere. Leverage. Watch Bank of America. Exactly. Thought I missed Randy for a second. Let's up and go. Optimality. Good to see you, sir. Hey, Randy Cans, boop the like and tweet this bad boy out. Let's go. Yes, please. Smash the like for our boy. Yeah, I still haven't heard anything from Twitter. Every day I message them. Somebody had a good idea today. Message them and say that I'm looking to do some advertising on Twitter. See if that helps move it along. Yeah, tea time. It's our man. Hope that bank was owned by Google. Dead. With the crabs. Pretty lucky for the U.S. government to have the handle on the brakes and the cash to buy up banks for a song right after you crash them. Yeah, they crashed them and then they're buying them. Isn't that kind of hypocritical? The only reason they are saving those banks is because they're Democrat donors and it's their piggy bank ATM. More taxpayers' dollars wasted. Shit. That's a real shame. You mentioned in previous streams that one strategy would be to sell the Hex run up to mainnet. Are you still leaning in that direction? For sure. I'm always leaning in that direction. I think that's the safest play in the whole Pulse Chain book. And then you just bridge it over when the bridge is open. Surprised it didn't go to Ukraine. Well, maybe it did. My wife knows websites, has done e-com sites as well. Hey, Salter, PM or DM me. Drunk, nah, just uniquely different, bro. Yeah, imagine that. When the bull market happens, we will have 1,000 viewer night. You watch. I did search for you from the search bar before I remembered to subscribe. Beautiful. Awesome. Maybe the word Randy is helping your search rankings improve. Well, all you Englishmen, yes. Anybody outside of England does not know that Randy means horny. Lowercase R-A-N-D-Y means horny in English. Mid-Germany images you are making are awesome, Randy. Thank you, SMO Spider. Appreciate that. I'm getting better at doing it too. Slap the likes. Yes, please. Heard that in ancient China, if a bank failed, its leaders were beheaded. No bank failures there for 400 years. Dang. Bring that back. Yes, please. Farmland equals Hexco. How many hectares? Hectares. We say hectares. No. They're just now starting to legalize weed and no hemp yet. I would love to have a hempcrete house. That'd be awesome. Have a school there? No, we homeschool. Hexco. Yes. Sounds like a slogan for carbonated alcoholic beverages on sale, but they'll get you lit as well. Oh, God. What'd you say, Salter? No. Well, we could. Hexagon nodes equal bifurcation. Okay. Is there surf? Yes. Yep, all over the country. Look up Bocas del Toro surfing. Look up... Pedicee. Man, I have to move to Panama in a couple of years. Yeah, come on down, Brightline. Hello, Crypto King. I'd rather drink about 1 tablespoon of baking soda and 8 ounces of water. It'll stop the burning from the ACV. Okay, I'll do that after we get done. Hey, Randy, I finally launched my first video for onboards and new crypto people. Will be a free 6-video set for beginners. Hex Pulse Centric. Awesome. I'll check it out, Dr. H. Just, yeah. I'd love to hear you take on the P-Hex dip again. How far percent? Well, there is no P-Hex dip. It starts at 0, right? I just think that it's gonna be a crowded trade. Everyone's trying to get their copies of PHEX in order to buy Pulse Chain. Well, I'm looking the other way. I'm looking at if we get a ratio trade, I will move my Pulse Chain into PHEX. Franklin. A person can part with 1/10 or 1/20 of something and still crush. Don't have to hodl through suffering. That is right. Thank you, Tinta. I have PTSD from seeing too many red candles. Wherever I see my red, whenever I see red, my eye twitches. Oh, God. Stockton, I'm a musician, sir. I grow beets in my garden and beat the faces of man children. Why he asked? What do you think the VM best passive income play is on Pulse Chain? What's it called? Famous. I think Famous is going to be great because degens are going to degen. It doesn't matter if it's a bear market, it's a bull market. People still need to trade with leverage. They can't help themselves. As a gambler, I know. I haven't played casino in a while though. Thursday was trauma. Last Thursday we lost $100 in like 25 minutes. I was like, oh man. My production partner of the last 30 years, Rogue and all, is working on our first hip hop collab in 12 years. 9 tracks, only need, jeez. I didn't know what that stuff is. See, I'm not a musician. You guys. Hey, Crypto Luck Box. Randy, enjoyed the casino night stream. That was pretty cool. What was that site you were playing? That was bets.io. Mix the cider vinegar with sparkling water. It helps. Oh, nice, sir. Can you use Aurochs and MetaMask in the same Google Chrome browser profile at the same time? No. You have to disable one or the other. So the best thing to do is to open up a second profile on your Google Chrome or use, what's the other one? Brave browser for one, and on Chrome put the other one. Sydney Hexkin's planning a yacht cruise on Sydney Harbor for Pulse launch, plus a few apple cider cocktails. Oh, wish I could be there. Apple cider vinegar is one of those things that sounds right, but sucks in practice. I've been doing it for years. That's how I got rid of my my regurg, whatever it's called. When when you're sleeping, I would get up in the middle of the night and I'd do some apple cider vinegar and it would go away. My wife, she was able to get off. She was taking the tablets for her GERD, and she was able to get off of it because of it. I'm in on a Panama meetup at Pulse Chain. Nice. The real RH. 1K in Mexico is excellent. Living with, yeah, exactly. We'll still be here when the price is down anyway. I remember our apartment in Acapulco was $450. We had a beautiful pool. It was amazing. Grocery store within a walking distance. We had like 6 restaurants. The beach was, we weren't in downtown Acapulco. We were near the airport. The beach, you just have to hop in. We had a personal driver. We just call him up and he'd come pick us up. It was amazing. Ah, God. And we were spending less than like $1,500 a month. We'll still be there when the price is down. Okay. We'll see. 1 mil America is half of a house and a car these days and taxed up the ass. Yeah, I agree. Wales Only was meant to send me a book. What is he on besides Twitter? I can't contact him so far. I don't. Wales Only. Oh, sorry. It's Wales Only 1. Ah, thank you, Dan. I appreciate that. You guys are so nice. ChatGPT, that website, it will build it for you. Franklin, I'm not too smart, man. I used to be able to build websites in a snap, but not anymore. Oh, that's cool. So Kinesis will send you your gold and silver. That's cool. Soldier Pete, hello. Get to work, man. I know you're working right now. Thank you, Coin Critic. What? 8-4. Yep, 8-4-3. What's going on? Randy's 3 biggest mistakes and learning points of yours. My biggest mistakes and learning points. That's a whole video. Biggest mistakes is learning how to take profits. And now I'm a master at it. Stockton Twitter is the best, is the ticket with bro outside. You guys just be talking about music again. Yes, please. Like the video. Homeless market saturated now. Franklin, this is wrong. Do you think we will actually see 10 to 12,000 Bitcoin at this point? Not now, because they're bailing out banks. It's like 2008 all over again. This is why Bitcoin was started, because these asshat bankers get bailed out by the government, and it goes right on the backs of the taxpayers. I used to love 60 Minutes in 2020. Their plane was the best. Go from a tenant to leader to co-pilot. Whoa, I'm missing something. Thinking of renting clothing, recycling bins out for homeless business addresses. My neighbor's name was Hilarska. Really? Dang, interesting. You commented yesterday that it isn't better to get as much profits before the end of the decade. Can you elaborate? Yeah, Wakanda, because the world's going to shit. And the powers that be, they want us all indentured servants again. And like, we're hearing that with this new CBDC, they're going to put a cap on the amount of money that you can have in your account. I've heard someone said something about $20,000. I can't remember which country. I think it's the UK. You can't have more than 20,000 pounds in that account. What? That's not cool. So you got to get prepared now. You got to get wealthy now, or else it's going to be too late. People underestimate how hard these coins can pump. RH ecosystem holders are smart. Very few will sell for minimum gains. That's right. Yeah, DeFi supercycle. Sarah, they sent it to Ukraine. Hey, bird dog. I had forgotten that alternative meaning Randy has. Everyone tells everyone to watch Randy Hilarski. That is what's happening. Ah, thank you, Eskimo Spider. Bocas del Toro. Yep. Tonosi. I never heard of Tonosi. Hey, Maddie. Good to see you, sir. We were just talking about you a little bit ago. Is K-pop big in Panama? Weirdest thing. I'm driving down the road the other day. I look up. There's this poster saying happy birthday to this Korean-looking kid. And I don't know anything about K-pop. And I said to my wife, because she knows that kind of shit, I said, is that K-pop stuff? She looks at it and she goes, oh my God, yeah. I'm like, that is weird. Really weird. Drinking 1 tablespoon of baking soda in a glass of water will turn your backside into a fire hydrant. Not recommended. Be careful with magnesium citrate as well. And any of the magnesiums, you got to use glycinate if you want to get good magnesium. Ooh, hex. What's up with the on-ramps? There aren't any. Not anymore. They're all going away. Randy, mind walking us through your profit-taking philosophy? Sure, Chad. Let's do it. All right. So you pick a price where you want to start getting out. And you could set limit orders. You can use liquidity for this. You could be a liquidity provider. What you do is, say, for example, Hex right now, we're at 10, say we're at 10 cents, and you want to start taking profits at 50. So you start putting in your limit orders at 50 cents, but you sell only 20% of the USD value of your Hex. Not the amount of coins, but 20% of the USD value. When the coin doubles again, when it goes to $1, you sell another 20% of the USD value of your Hex. Then you set another order when Hex hits $2, and then you sell another 20% value of USD value of your Hex. That way you never run out of Hex. You always have a moon bag. And dollar cost crypto, he always talks about having a moon bag because that's how you get rich, right? Well, every time a coin doubles, take out 20% of the USD value. Now, I know it doesn't work very well for Hex because we have staking ladders and stuff, things like that. For Pulse Chain and for Pulse X, this is going to work really well. So you take your coins and maybe you borrow against it. And the great thing is you might not have to sell your coins because you're just borrowing against them. So if the price keeps doubling, you just keep building your bag, but you're using leverage to take out some money. I know it gets convoluted because we've never had that. I've never had that experience in crypto before. But back in the past, before Hex, this is how I would take money out. Every time a coin doubled, and I would set a certain rate, at a certain price, I would start doing it. Every time a coin doubled, take out 20% of the USD value. You'd never run out of coins. Imagine if I would have did that with my XRP back in the day. I had millions of XRP at under a penny. Millions. It went to $2.50 or something. Oops. Randy done fucked up. I had a bunch of Bitcoin at 450 bucks. Oops. I sold them all. How about my Ethereum? A couple thousand Ethereum. Sold them all. Oops. Done fucked up. Not anymore. Hex fixed it. See, there you go. 10,000 pounds in the UK. That's going to be the limit for this the CBDC system. Yeah, Playa Vanau. That's what I was thinking of. Pedici, Playa Vanau. For surfing. Putting Guru. I do have a BOA double CD ROM on the table in front of me. You're such a geek. You got CD ROMs. All right, guys. It is time for Randy to go. I will see you tomorrow night.